And I wanted to talk about some of the bad choices that we can fall into as we're looking for what we're going to be doing with our kids next year. So, this is the time of year that your inbox is going to start to overflow with all of these deals and steals from curriculum providers, homeschool bloggers, coaches, all the things. And in the descriptions below, I made a video a few years ago about how to navigate homeschool planning season. So I highly recommend that. But here's some things that I want consider it a public service announcement so that you protect your sanity, your wallet from curriculum choices and all those things that are going to be coming at you. So you ready? Number 1, make sure that you have your master homeschool goals in place. This is key. So many homeschoolers don't know what they're shooting for. I happen to be an archer, like a bow and arrow archer. And I can tell you, if I put my quiver on and I just go outside and I shoot an arrow without a target, it's not only dangerous, but I'm not going to hit anything. So with homeschooling, you want to make sure that you have your target of what you are aiming for so that you can filter curriculum and materials and activities and all the things through your master homeschool goals. So remember, have your master homeschool goals set. Then go to your email inbox, go to your subscriptions everywhere, and look at those and make sure that the people that are in your inbox, the people that you are subscribing to, that you're following on social media, make sure that they align with your family's goals and your homeschool goals so that you can quiet the noise. One of the easiest things to do is to overwhelm ourselves with all of these different options that aren't a good fit for us, right? We start off well meaning. We think these are the things that are going to help my kids thrive. And then we open our email and we think, oh, maybe I should add that. And then we look at social media and we go, oh, maybe I should do that too. Unsubscribe. You'll know where your favorites are hanging out. Just unsubscribe so that you can quiet the noise in your inbox. Number whatever, find yourself a mentor that is a little bit further down the path in homeschooling than you are right now so that you can get clear counsel, clear advice, clear tips from somebody that's been there, done that, and is still smiling. Right? You want to make sure that you do have coaches, you do have mentors, you do have people that you can lean on when you get stuck, because we all get stuck. And a really good mentor is always worth the money. Number whatever, consider instead of curriculum, grade 4, math, grade 5, language arts. Instead of that, I want to encourage you before you spend a dime, think through, are there any subscription kits that would help my kids do hands-on activities, hands-on projects, and learn? There's a million of them out there. There are tinker kits, I have crocheting kits, there's art kits, there's music kits, there's all kinds of stuff out there. Are there any subscription kits that would be a good fit for your kids? I waited way too long to invest in subscription kits. And if my dog barks, I apologize in advance. I waited until my youngest of 5 was the only one that I was still technically homeschooling. And on a whim, I signed him up for some subscription kits. We got the Mel Science kits, we got the Tinker kits. I could not believe how much we got out of those kits. So amazing. So consider subscription kits, but then look around in your local area. Are there camps, museums, workshops, those types of things that you can do with your kids? And consider investing in those before you invest in textbooks. The other thing that I want you to consider setting aside a few pennies for are for rewards or special treats. One of the things that people forget is that you have to connect with your kids before you try to teach them. You would think that we homeschool moms are the best at connecting with our kids, but actually we load our plates filled with so much that we can be guilty of pushing our relationships aside with our kids and just doing the next things. So in setting aside a little bit of money so that you have rewards or special treats, trips to the bookstore, trips to the Lego store, whatever floats your kids' boat, right? Make sure that you have a few little pennies set aside for the expressed privilege of being able to hang out with them and do something amazing once a month, every other month, something. Then I want you, the last thought is to remember that the younger your kids are, the less you need to homeschool them. You can really, honestly, truly homeschool your kids with a library card. That's enough. But even with those workbooks that you can find at the drugstore, the grocery store, your big club stores like Costco or Sam's Club, those books work just fine. You do not need fancy curriculum to teach your kids. So with that in mind, know that it's homeschool planning season. I have a full video down below that will help you. I also have a full masterclass that will help you, especially if your kids are in the middle stage in between the beginning and the launching, leaving the house. You need that masterclass. But remember, instead of textbooks, instead of grade whatever curriculum, think hands-on projects, ways that I can connect with my kids, fun things that you can do for exploration. If I could go back and talk to my younger self, I would tell myself, hey, Bekki, buy a good microscope, a good one with some slides and specimens and things. What else would I get? I don't know what else I would get. I'd get a microscope, math manipulatives. You can use goldfish crackers and pretzels and M&Ms. Food always works, right? And you can buy your stash or invest in your stash now. But my kids loved those little like dino counting things and the little teddy bear things and the tessellation type blocks and pattern blocks and the 10 cube thing. So invest in those types of things. When your kids are little, they're going to carry you all the way through in homeschool. And anything else, if you think of anything that would be a good fit to help bring homeschooling to life, that you think other moms, other dads would benefit from, go ahead and share that in the comments. You don't need to invest in a whole bunch of homeschool curriculum. It's just not necessary. We were able to educate our kids, all 5 of them, with very little curriculum, and yet they still got excellent education. They all went to college or are in college currently. They're articulate, they're kind, and they're wonderful human beings. And I'm just not saying that. If you can find anybody that knows my kids, they would tell you the same thing. Don't get hung up by all the things that are going to be on sale. Don't get hung up. Invest in the things that matter, and your kids and you will have an amazing homeschooling experience. If you have questions, drop them in the comments and I'll circle back later. Otherwise, watch that other video about how to survive homeschool planning season, and I'll see you next time.